G'day guys, Scotty here, True Blue Off-Road, recovery and towing. I just want to say thank you to any of the supporters that are following the channel. It's humbling that I'm getting so many supporters on there. If you are watching this video and you'd like to support the channel, I'd really appreciate that, and I'll explain why. I'm trying to build this channel and make some money from YouTube, from all the ads. You get money from YouTube if your channel grows and gets a lot of views. I'm trying to make money off YouTube so that I can keep my recovery prices down. I made this business, True Blue Off-Road Recovery, it's my little business. I made this business because I love helping people, I love recovery. I'm passionate about full driving and recovery. I've been doing professional off-road recovery at this point in time for 18 years. And because so many people ask, no, I've never failed a recovery in all that time. There's no recovery I can't do. Try me. Military background, I won't go into that. Doing off-road recovery, but so I love helping people, and I love doing it in this sort of location here at Fraser Island, and right now at Ngala Rocks. So if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. But also if you really want to support me in what I'm doing here, whether I'm picking up rubbish or just recovering people or giving advice like I'm about to give you on forward driving, then you can do super likes on YouTube, or if you really want to, the phone number is my pay ID if you really feel generous. That'd be just humbling. Anyway, stick around if you appreciate what I'm doing. I'm about to show you how to debog yourself if you get bogged in the sand or even mud or any other location, and the cheapest and most effective piece of recovery equipment that you could possibly utilise. Bad for my business, probably bad for a lot of other businesses that are selling lots of cool stuff, but it's going to be good for you. So stick around and I'll show you what's about to happen. Righto, I'm here at Ngala Rocks and I'm about to get myself bogged. Well, I'm going to try. Hopefully it'll work. So here we go. Let's see if we can get ourselves bogged. This section of the Ngala Rocks is notoriously soft, and right here is where most people get themselves stuck in the soft sand. So let's see if we can get ourselves stuck. Okay, it's not working very well. Blah blah blah, idiot, your microphone's not on. So basically, I'm bogged enough for the demonstration. So, to help my truck get bogged, I stayed out of the ruts. If you stay in the ruts, I was never going to get bogged. So I went out of the ruts where there's more softer sand, so that I can get bogged for this demonstration. Now, let me show you this amazing little bit of equipment that you can use, that I'm going to use, and demonstrate how you can get out of this bog. Ta-da! One of these. Best bit of kit you can possibly have. Leave the rest of your recovery equipment in the back of your truck and just get this baby out. Don't worry about your shovel, leave that there. Don't be sweating your ringer off, shoveling sand in the hot sun all day for an hour or so. You just get this baby out, and I'll show you how to use it. Righto, now excuse the noise from my thermo fan. It's trying to cool things down up there. Now, these things have just got a gauge Now this is the important part, obviously. It screws on, and then you've got a valve tool inside here that screws your valve out of your valve stem, and then you've got this little part here that slides forward and releases air quickly out of your valve without the valve stem in the way. Sorry, without the valve in the way of the stem, the air can flow out quickly. So I'll show you what you do. Start with, pull that out, okay, get that out of the way. Find your valve stem. Now utilising this part of the thread, this piece of the tool, you wind that baby on. You hold that little bit there and you wind that on, okay? Wind that all the way down onto your valve stem until it stops. Just finger tight, don't crank it down. So there's a little seal in there, so it'll seal. Next thing you need to do, push this part in, and then you start rotating it. While pushing it in lightly, rotate it outwards, and now that will unscrew your valve from the inside of your valve stem. Now you can keep screwing until you feel that sort of little notch, a little drop. It'll unwind and then drop. Righto. Now that we're rudely interrupted by a scammer call, so you unscrew this part until you feel it dropping in. That's where you know you've unscrewed the valve all the way. After that, you just pull that all the way out. Your valve will come out with it into the body of this tool, and then using this part here and the gauge so you can see what pressure you got, you start deflating. So you just pull that out and it releases all the air. So at the moment, I've got lots of pressure. Bear with me. Now the pressure you need to go down to is different for every vehicle. So I'm not going to really specify a correct pressure because every vehicle is different. It depends on your tyre size, the size of your sidewall, so depending on the size of your rim, depends on how much load you've got, all sorts of factors like that. But basically what you're after is a bit of bulge at the bottom of the tyre where it's sitting on the ground. Obviously this is bog, so you can't see a bulge. But the thing with going in soft sand tracks like this, we're not driving like Ken Block, rest your soul. We're not driving like Ken Block, so we're not going to pull a tyre off the rim. So don't stress about that. You can go really low in your tyre pressures and you're not going to roll a tyre off the rim. So we're going pretty low. You just push that section back in and it stops deflating, then you can see what pressure's in the tyre. The reason I'm doing this after that little intro video is for those of you that have a bit better of a, well, there goes that pen, a better attention span that can stick around and watch this video longer, then you get the treat of knowing how to get yourself out of the sand. Once you've got to the pressure you desire, obviously you close that off, then you push this section back in, start rotating it whilst you're pushing it in slightly. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so yeah, left hand, anti-clockwise to undo it, clockwise to do it up. Just in case you weren't sure of that. Now once that's tight, don't make it too tight, don't have to crank that down too hard because there's a rubber seal in there you're going against. At that point you pull that back out so it's out of the way, and then you start rotating the rest of the tool body off the valve stem. Voila, we're ready to go to the next tyre. I won't bore you with doing all 4 tyres because they take a bit of time. Now don't stress, just in case you're wondering, I feel like I need to make this point. After I've done this, I'm going to flatten out the track, fill in my holes so that the next person through the track can't blame me for getting bogged. Good tradesman never blames their tools. Or you get the point. Well, I've had enough of people trying to blame me for digging holes. I'm here trying to help people. One more point. At this point in time of the day, the sun is beaming down on this sand, and this sand gets super hot. Like I've put my temperature gauge on it, and it's something like 55, 60 degrees. So it's burning my feet. So make sure, I need to lean on my truck, make sure you get yourself a good set of these big, fat, wide-based pluggers, Surfer Joes, I think they're called. You may laugh when I'm walking around town with these things, but out here, I get the last laugh. These things just sit on top of the sand while everyone else's pluggers are just digging in and getting sand on top of them. I'm laughing. Phew. Righto, job done. All 4 tyres deflated to my desired pressure. I know you're curious. I know you want to ask me. It's the most asked question. What tyre pressures? But I can't. It's different for every vehicle. So that's up to you to work out. But the bulge at the bottom of the tyre is what you need. And when you're in soft sand track, you can go a lot lower. You're back on the beach, you can go back up a little bit in pressure to a good pressure for driving on the beach. When you drive, I'll give you this. When you drive on the beach, you feel your sidewall after you've done 80 k's for a bit, k's an hour for a bit. Feel your sidewall when you stop. If it's uncomfortable to touch, if it's too hot to touch, then you need to up your pressures. But if it's still like you can just hold your hand against the sidewall of the tyre, no dramas, keep it there, then that's fine. If it's still cool, then you can drop more pressure. There's your little guide. Right, I'll get us back here where you can see what's going to happen, and stay there, I'll show you. Right, first gear, just in 4-wheel drive, just as it was before. Actually, I think I had my diff locks in before. No diff locks this time. First gear. These ones. And let's see. Now, normally in a situation like this, when you're on a hill, the best thing to do is reverse back down the hill. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go forward. You ready? Here we go. And we're out of the box. And we're smooth sailing. As you can see, at this pressure, I just drive around on top of the sand like I'm driving around. I've filled in my hole. Righto, there you have it. You just deflate your tyres and you just drive straight out. If you've appreciated this video, share it, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you if you appreciate me. Cheers.